Force of Impossible Missions agent. William is instructing two of his team members, Benji and Luther, in attempt to retrieve an item from a cargo plane, which ready to take off in Minsk, Belarus. Luther is attaching Benji to the plane's electronics by hacking a Russian satellite, which would almost certainly land them in hot water, and Brandt reminds them that they are already under investigation for wrongdoing. As the jet approaches the runway, Benji discovers that most of the plane's systems are locked down. He can't turn off the fuel pump, electrical system, or hydraulics. Just then, the team's missing member, Ethan, run towards plane and hang out near plane side door, demanding that Benji to unlock the plane doors. The plane is already in the air by the time Benji opens the correct door. In plane there are numerous canisters of lethal nerve gas. Ethan escaped by opening a ranged parachute drop. Ethan reporting to an IMF substation disguised as a London record shop to receive his next orders. Ethan gets captured by the syndicate. He awakens in a punishment room, where he notices some strife. Ilsa, a syndicate operator and disavowed MI6 agent, is forced to step aside by her colleague Janik as she prepares to question Ethan with drugs. He's known as the Bonedictor, and he has a case full of terrifying devices to prove it. Ethan escapes with the help of Ilsa, but she refuses to accompany him. Meanwhile, Brandt meets before a Senate Oversight Committee with CIA Director Alan Hunley. Brandt must react to every query by refusing to affirm or deny anything without authorization from the Secretary, probably of Defense, which he cannot receive because there is no secretary in office at the moment. This gives Hunley carte blanche with the committee. The IMF is dismantled and merged into the CIA at his request, ensuring that Ethan, whom Hunley believes has gone rogue, will be apprehended within the day. Ethan is still on the run. 6 months later, unable to track down the syndicate on his own, he recruits his former comrade Benji, who is eager to take a sabbatical from the CIA. Hunley is convinced Benji knows where to find Ethan and subjected him to weekly polygraph tests, which Benji beats handily. Ethan arranges a ticket for Benji to attend Turandot in Vienna in order to track down Solomon Lane, whom Ethan feels is the syndicate's head. Ethan and Benji foil 3 shooters at the opera. One of them is Ilsa. The Austrian chancellor is assassinated by a vehicle bomb. Ethan informs Benji that the syndicate has been assassinating small global leaders for some years. The assassination of Austria's chancellor is an escalation and a signal that the syndicate is emerging from the shadows. Brandt enlists Luther's assistance in locating Ethan and preventing Hunley's team from killing him. Using Ilsa's likeness, Brandt and Luther pursue Ethan, Benji, and Faust to Morocco, where they're entering a protected system beneath a power plant. Their aim is a secure ledger that contains the names of all syndicate agents, as well as information about where the syndicate stores its money. The 3 of them carry out an elaborate plan in which Ethan nearly drowns. Ilsa whacks Benji and takes the drive with the ledger as soon as he regains consciousness. During the chase, Brandt and Luther catch up with Ethan and Benji, while Ilsa joins a syndicate motorcycle goon team just long enough to earn her own bike. Ilsa escapes, but Benji reveals that he had already made a duplicate of the data. Ilsa returns to London and tries to hand over the disk holding the syndicate ledger to her handler, MI6 Director Atlee, who forces Ilsa to return to the syndicate and complete her task. When she goes to Lane, she discovers that Atlee has erased the drive, which contained an encrypted red box. A red box is a data safe programmed by the British government to open it. The Prime Minister's fingerprints are required. Ilsa is confronted by the former IMF agents. Brandt telephones Hunley and informs him of their whereabouts. At a charity auction, the two try to stop Ethan from attacking the Prime Minister, whom they and Atlee confine in a safe room, and has the Prime Minister certify the existence of the syndicate, a clandestine project to carry out missions without monitoring. Ethan presents himself as Atlee. When the actual Atlee comes, Ethan subdues him and admits to concealing up the syndicate's existence, since Lane hijacked the project and went rogue. Luther learns that the file contains access to billions of pounds. Ethan remembers the information and deletes the file in order to force Lane to release Benji and Ilsa in exchange for what he knows. He provokes Lane, luring him out into the open and into a bulletproof cell where he is apprehended. Ilsa drives away, telling Ethan, "You know where I'm going." Hunley and Brandt later return to the Oversight Committee, where Brandt once again refuses to confirm or deny anything without the Secretary's consent. Hunley gets the IMF's reinstatement, stating that his prior efforts to dismantle it were all done to allow Hunt to go undercover. Though doubtful, the committee approves, and on his way out, Brandt addresses Hunley as Mr. Secretary.